Hey Elliott, how are you?
Hey, how's it going?
It's going all right. I was actually just looking for you, seeing if you wanted to answer, 43 questions with us.
Love to, thank you.
Oh, awesome. We always like to start with an easy one. How do you pronounce your last name?
So, Smith? No, it's Visconsi.
My heart stopped. You had me there for a second. Now that we have to have the name out of the way, what is a provost anyway?
So the provost is the chief academic officer of the college.
When you're not provosting, what's something you like to do for fun?
I love hiking, and I also really like watching European football or soccer.
What's some recommendations you would give to a hiking aficionado like myself?
Go to the White Mountains. That's my first one. I'm going to order a coffee. Give me 1 second. Hi, everybody. Could I have the usual? My usual is a nitro cold brew. Oh, great. Thank you so much. This is a great place for tea and coffee and pretty much everything.
You graduated from Holy Cross, right?
Thank you so much. See you again. I did, yeah, class of 1995.
What made you want to come back?
I think the chance to work with a fantastic leadership team and support the great faculty and students.
Who's a professor that influenced you as a student?
Yeah, I mean, I had so many. I could name folks like Helen Wall or Bill Green. And two colleagues who are still here are Beth Sweeney in English and Noel Carey in history.
When you came to Holy Cross as a student, what did you want to be?
Well, I wanted to be an English professor, so here I am.
Did you meet your wife on campus?
We did, yeah. We met in Wheeler, in the basement of Wheeler, in fact.
And what was your first date like?
Well, we went to see Silence of the Lambs in Kimball Theater. In my defense, it was all that was playing, and so it was either date and see Silence of the Lambs, no date, don't see Silence of the Lambs.
So you made the right choice.
Yeah, I think so.
We'll stay away from movies then. What's your current go-to TV show?
Yeah, I mean, going back a little bit, I'd say The Wire for sure, which created Prestige TV. More recently, love Succession. The Last of Us is pretty good. And I do like For All Mankind, but I'm a Cold War junkie, so that one kind of speaks to me.
Those are some heavy hitters, but I want to ask your thoughts. Spoilers, what was your thoughts on the end of Succession?
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a little darker, but I think they tied it up pretty well.
Back on campus, where's one of your favorite spots?
So I used to study in the main reading room and dining library, but I love the Molman Terrace here in the Pryor Performing Arts Center.
I mean, we're here. Should we go check it out?
Yeah, let's go check it out.
That does not count as one of the 43 questions,
All right,
though. Just
enough.
FYI.
Fair enough.
What's your favorite sport? I know you mentioned European football.
I do like soccer. I also like football, baseball. I like most sports, in fact.
In Europe, who's your club?
So that'd be Aston Villa Football Club, which is in Birmingham, and they're upwardly mobile. Let's just say.
Is there a reason why? Out of all the.
So I'm from Cleveland, and the owner of Aston Villa used to also own the Cleveland Browns, and so I felt like I should, out of loyalty, should support Aston Villa.
So you're a Cleveland Browns fan?
I am a Cleveland Browns fan.
I'm sorry about that.
I appreciate your sympathy. It's it's an ongoing struggle.
We can move away from sports and go to some music. Can you sing the alma mater?
Can I? Yes. Should I? Definitely not. No one wants to hear me sing. Unlike Vince Rougeau, who has a beautiful singing voice, so ask him sometime.
All right, that's next question. We'll have to bring that up.
Yeah.
Who's a favorite musician of yours?
Well, there's a lot. I'm really excited that Rhiannon Giddens is coming here to the Pryor, and really going to be excited to see her in person. Big fan.
If you were a musical instrument, what would you be?
Yeah. I'd like to say electric guitar, but I'm not that cool. My daughter plays electric guitar, and I know I'm not an electric guitar. So I'm going to say something a little offbeat like the viol da gamba. I've got the keys, so let's go outside.
Do you have any pets?
Yep, we have 2 dogs.
Kind of answer my next question, which do you prefer, cats or dogs?
Definitely dogs.
I'm going to make an on-the-fly decision here and actually add a question because I'm curious If you could be any breed of dog, which breed would you be?
A mutt.
Okay. If you could recommend everyone on campus read one book, what would it be?
Oh, well, the summer I just reread Ralph Ellison's fantastic Invisible Man, so I'm going to say Invisible Man.
If you could have dinner with any 3 people, alive or dead, who would they be?
I think it'd be important to have interesting stories, people who have a lot of fun at a dinner party. I'm going to say the anthropologist and novelist Zora Neale Hurston, Bob Dylan, and then W.E.B. Du Bois.
Equally important, what's on the menu?
So, if I'm cooking, it's going to be Swiss cheese fondue. I have a secret recipe with a very closely guarded blend of cheeses. Outstanding.
Do you have kids and do they love that recipe?
They do love the recipe. I have 3 kids.
What's one thing your kids have taught you?
I think to learn from their interests.
What's something you hope to teach them besides the recipe? Are they going to get the recipe at some point?
No way. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to share it.
They haven't earned it yet.
No. It's a closely guarded secret. I would say one thing I would hope they would learn, make their bed every day, but also think for themselves.
What's a piece of advice you would give college-aged you?
Make your bed every day, think for yourself, always be optimistic.
We're overlooking the city of Worcester.
Yeah.
What's something you'd recommend, or a few things you might recommend people do in the city?
Well, I think that the relationship between the college and the city is really thriving right now. So to get in, for students to get involved in the life of the city, there's a great food scene. There's a lot happening in Worcester. And so it's a thriving spot. Dig in.
What do you enjoy most about working in education?
I love witnessing the spark of discovery that our students have when they're working with our fantastic faculty.
Where did you live your first year on campus?
Well, so we lived in Wheeler, which you can't quite make out. It's over here. So Wheeler 3 for first and second year. And then I was an RA in Clark junior year, kind of over there. And then alumni senior year.
RA, what's the best part of being an RA?
Definitely having your own bathroom.
What's one of your favorite stories of being an RA?
Well, there were a lot. I would say, senior year in our suite, we would have wine and cheese parties with some faculty and mostly our friends. And it was really fun. It was a little silly, of course.
What was your favorite artisanal cheese?
Domestic or international?
Let's go domestic.
In New England, I'm going to say Springbrook Tarentaise, made near Woodstock, Vermont.
Let's
Delicious.
stick within the realm of cheeses.
Okay.
And I'll ask you, where's the best place to get a pizza?
Yeah, definitely New Haven, Connecticut. Sally's, Modern is a close second. I mean, there's about 30 great places in New Haven.
No deep dish?
No, we don't talk about that.
Okay.
It's not pizza.
We'll leave the realm of cheese and go back to the world of college and ask,
Reasonable.
what's one takeaway from a liberal arts education that you still use today?
Think across disciplines, be curious, and also be optimistic. I learned that from Holy Cross.
How would you like education to evolve in the future?
Well, I think we have to continue to work on access to make sure that all who are interested have access to a great college education.
And we're going to stay in the future for the final question. What do you want Holy Cross to look like in 10 years?
Well, I hope that we'll continue to be known nationally as the very finest place to be getting an undergraduate education.
Well, that's it. You answered all of our questions. We're going to head out, but you're more than welcome to stay and take in this view.
I would love to. I think I might set up my office up here and just, hang out and check out the view, but they're expecting me down in Fenwick, so I'm going to head out. Thanks for the time.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Elliott.
it. Be well.